Hello and welcome everybody, my name is Comley-White and you're with me at Rocking at the Movies, and today we are going through the STER-KINEKOR movie review, and the movie that we are going to be going through is Uncharted. It is based on a PlayStation game, so we're going to get to that just now, but first I'd like to thank you all for spending the time to watch this review, and before you go anywhere, before you finish the entire show, please like and subscribe and send me a comment right now, right below, because we are going to be giving away tickets and you can win them. The more comments that you submit, the more chances that you can actually win one of the tickets. So we're going to be dealing with Uncharted. Now Uncharted is based on a PlayStation game and is actually quite a fun adventure. It's a bit of an action adventure kind of movie, and there's a lot of similarities to two different things that I always remember. And one of them is Tintin. Now if you ever watched The Adventures of Tintin and that animated show, where they go on all the different wild adventures to travel around the world to see what's going on. And the other one that is a huge reminder of this movie is called National Treasure, where they pick up on all the different Masonic kind of carvings and clues, and they go from one place to the other and you use this clue to open up that, and it is quite interesting. I really enjoy those kind of movies. The only thing that I don't really like about those adventure movies is when all the archaeological finds that they get to either get destroyed or flooded or broken or anything else like that. So it's a bit of a sore point for me, because I'd love to just see that, preserve it and put it into my own home and have it there, because it's incredible stuff to have and I like collecting a lot of stuff. So Uncharted has quite a wealth of famous cast members in this actual movie itself. So we've got Tom Holland, who plays Nathan Drake, and he is the main actor, he's the main character in the movie, and obviously he does all the adventure stuff, and he's quite knowledgeable with his history and everything else that he's talking about. So he is the main person. Then you get Mark Wahlberg. Now Mark Wahlberg plays a guy named Victor, who is a little bit of a underhanded character who always wants everything for himself, but he takes over and he joins with Nathan, and they go on this adventure to try and find out what they can. And in this particular movie, I think there's going to be a second one. If you watch the end credits, that's just a little bit of a tip to do, because I had to do that. And the end of this movie, or the main villain in this movie, is Antonio Banderas, and he is someone who is on the hunt to actually try get old family relics that were from his ancestors and lost all the golden things, so he can actually go and get his treasure. He wants to go after the treasure. Now this is a typical adventure movie with a lot of explosions, with a lot of fantastic kind of stunts, which is incredible for me to watch. But the one thing I do like about it is everyone knows that Tom Holland is Spider-Man. Okay, now Spider-Man has a lot of agility and a lot of code when it comes to a lot of the things that he does, but in this movie I think they're doing a bit of a play on it, where they're kind of making him as good but more clumsy. Okay, so it's quite interesting to see the differences between the Spider-Man Tom Holland and the Nathan Drake Tom Holland. So it's quite interesting to watch it too. So I think you'll definitely enjoy the differences, and he pulls it off quite well, and you forget that he is Spider-Man. So he plays the role quite well, because everyone knows him as Spider-Man. He is the Spider-Man, or the latest Spider-Man. So I went in there thinking, oh my goodness, it's going to be Tom Holland. It's going to be the same kind of jokes, the same kind of attitude, the same kind of charisma that the Spider-Man character plays, but it's actually not. So it's definitely worth a watch, and you'll definitely enjoy the differences between the two. And tell me, send me a comment and see what you think. Like, was he good in this movie, and was he better than Spider-Man, or where do you prefer him as well? And same with Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg, he plays so many good characters in different movies, and sometimes he can be extremely serious. But in this movie, he's got a lot of quirky comments and quite a bit of comedy that happens throughout the movie, and the way that they play off each other is quite fun. And obviously you get the older guy who's not as adventurous as the younger guy. So Mark Wahlberg is not as adventurous. He much rather take the easier route. But then Tom Holland has to do all the hard work and hard labor, while Mark Wahlberg kind of gets everything that he wants by the hard work that the one other character and the other characters do. So the one thing, going back to the stunts, one thing that I really enjoyed was the, if you can say, parkour. and Tom Holland actually pulled off quite a bit of those moves. Obviously a lot of them weren't him, I'm sure, but they actually pulled off quite a lot of the action and the stunts, which was quite good to watch. Made a lot of entertainment viewing there. I do have one criticism though, and I think it's the one that is actually in the trailer, which you'll see in the short that I put up. It's a little bit unrealistic in my view when he is hanging onto those big cargo bundles that are hanging out of the side of the plane, and he has to go and jump from one to the other to get into the plane again. Now obviously this is based on a video game, so you can do whatever you want in that world, but in real life I don't see any person being able to jump forward while a plane is flying at whatever speed that they're going, because you can imagine the air is just going to blow them off. Okay, so but he has the strength to be able to propel himself forward by a good couple, maybe 5 meters, 10 meters? That's the only little thing that is a little bit unrealistic. The rest of the show though was absolutely incredible. I really enjoyed it. So send me your comments. Go watch this and see what you think. Leave a comment below and tell me what your view is, and do you want to see more of these, because I have a feeling there's going to be a number 2, especially like I said, if you're watching the credits, there's definitely another adventure where they're speaking about the whole Germany kind of world as well. So let's see what you think. But thanks so much for watching, and also just a heads up as well, this is sponsored by STER-KINEKOR, so you want to go and support them and go watch other movies. There are great movies out there as well. I just watched Death on the Nile last week, and that was a review that we did last time, and it was also great. And there's so many more other movies that I haven't had a chance to go and do a review on yet, but I've seen them, seen the trailers, and there's exciting movies coming up very, very, very soon. So the next one that I'm going to be doing, I'm not going to tell you right now, but it's got Liam Neeson in it. So if you know your movies, you'll know exactly which one I'm talking about. And I'm very excited for some of the other ones. There's going to be Top Gun I'm going to be dealing with. Also Jurassic Park, which is going to bring me back to my childhood. And I'll explain that when we do that review. So you do not want to miss out on those. So please like, subscribe, and share as much as you can. And comment. Don't forget to comment, because you could stand a chance to win some of the tickets that I'm going to be giving away on a weekly basis. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Have a great one. Cheers, bye.